Overcoming challenges in personal branding, lessons learned. Have you ever struggled to articulate who you are professionally, what unique value you bring to the table, or how to consistently present yourself across platforms? I suspect you have. It's common. Personal branding remains one of the most misunderstood, yet powerful tools in a professional's arsenal. Welcome. I am Martin Buckland, a global executive career management practitioner. And in today's Tuesdays at 2, episode number 225, I will dive into a topic that many business professionals find both essential and challenging. That is personal branding. I've worked with hundreds of professionals who initially approached personal branding with confusion, skepticism, or even fear. Many perceive personal branding as something superficial and inauthentic, reserved for influencers or executives. But what they discovered through the process transformed not just how others perceived them, but how they understood themselves professionally. Very beneficial. In this video, I'm going to share the key challenges most professionals face with personal branding and the valuable lessons learned when overcoming these hurdles, whether you are just starting your career or looking to redefine your professional identity. These insights I share today will help you develop a personal brand that resonates with people, authenticity, and purpose. So, what are the common misconceptions? There are many. The first challenge most professionals face is simply understanding what personal branding actually is. Let me address some common misconceptions. Misconception number one: personal branding is not just self promotion. Many professionals resist personal branding because they equate it with shameless self promotion. In reality, effective personal branding is about clarity and consistency in how you present your authentic professional self. It's not about creating a persona, but about articulating your genuine strengths and values. Misconception number two: my work should speak for itself. That's what they say. While excellent work certainly is important, it rarely speaks for itself in today's noisy, competitive environment. Your personal brand helps contextualize your work and connects it to the problems you are uniquely positioned to solve. Misconception number three: personal branding is only for entrepreneurs or executives. Every professional, regardless of level or industry, has a personal brand. The only question is whether you're actively shaping or letting others define it for you. So, what are the lessons learned? Personal branding is not about creating a false image. It's about intentionally communicating your authentic, this is the buzzword, authentic professional identity. When professionals shift from seeing branding as marketing yourself to clarifying your unique value, resistance fades and engagement begins. The clarity challenge. The second major hurdle so many face is achieving clarity about their professional identity. Many professionals I've worked with struggle to articulate their unique strengths, their values, and their specific problems they solve. They tend to describe themselves in very generic terms that could apply to almost anyone in their field, in their industry. That is boring, very boring. Don't be boring. You make yourself stand out. Let me share a quick story. Sarah, one of my clients, is a finance manager. She described herself as a finance manager, detail oriented, analytical, and good with numbers. Well, that's okay, but that's not a differentiator. That's not a personal brand. So I applied what she learned, and virtually every finance manager, after working with her, really came together with a personal brand. So she redefined. She asked around in her industry, what do you think is my personal brand? And then we translated that into translates complex financial data into strategic insights for financial executives to confidentially act upon. This specifically transformed how she positioned herself and the opportunities, which were vast, she attracted. The clarity process. Identify your unique combination of skills. What specific abilities do you bring that others don't? There are many. Define your values and your principles. What drives your decision making? Name your audience. Who specifically benefits most from your expertise? Articulate the problems you solve. What specific challenges do you address? Develop your brand statement, a concise, captivating expression of who you help and how you help them and the unique way you do it. Lessons learned. Clarity doesn't come from thinking abstractly. It's about your brand. It emerges from reflecting on your actual work, who you are, experiences, your achievements, and the feedback you have received. The most powerful personal brands are discovered, not invented. Authenticity. Throughout all my presentations on personal branding, this is probably the number one word I want people to onboard. Authenticity. Are you authentic? No point in being false. Authenticity. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of personal branding is navigating what I call the authenticity paradox. Many professionals worry that crafting a personal brand means creating something artificial or projecting an idealized version of themselves. This concern actually reveals a fundamental misunderstanding about personal branding. The paradox is this: true personal branding requires more authenticity, not less. It demands honesty about your strengths and your weaknesses. It requires you to be selective about the opportunities you pursue, saying no to those that don't align with your brand. Examples of inauthentic branding: claiming expertise in areas where you have limited experience, adopting a communication style that feels unnatural to you, presenting values that don't actually embody into your work. There's some clues for you. So, what are the lessons learned? Your personal brand should reduce the gap between how you see yourself and how others perceive you, not increase it. When your brand authentically reflects who you are at your best, you will find yourself energized, excited, rather than exhausted by maintaining it. Social media consistency. Once professionals gain clarity on their personal brand, they then face the challenge of consistency, presenting themselves coherently across different platforms and contexts. Many struggle with adapting their brand to different environments without losing this essence. How formal or casual should your LinkedIn profile be versus your Facebook presence? There's a big difference between the two platforms there. Should you highlight different aspects of your expertise in different contexts on those two different platforms? How do you maintain consistency when different situations call for different approaches? The key insight here is understanding the difference between consistency and uniformity. Consistency means your core brand elements remain recognizable across platforms, while the expression adapts to each context. So, how do you create that consistency? Develop your core brand message that remains constant. Identify visual elements that represent your brand, colors, style choices, fonts, etc. Adapt your tone without changing your fundamental positioning. Ensure your online presence aligns with you present in person. So, what are the lessons learned? Consistency does not mean being one dimensional. It means ensuring that each facet of your professional presence connects with the audience. Each platform can highlight different aspects while still being part of the same professional identity. Leveraging your personal brand. The final challenge comes after establishing a clear, authentic, and consistent personal brand, the message, actually leveraging it to create professional opportunities. Many professionals develop a compelling personal brand, but struggle to strategically articulate it. So you need to attract ideal clients or career opportunities. Position yourself for advancement in your career. Build meaningful professional relationships. Command higher compensation for your value that you exude, that you express. The transformation happens when professionals stop seeing their brand as a static description and start using it as an active filter and magnet, attracting the right opportunities and repelling those that don't align with your message. Strategic brand leveraging. Use your brand statement to guide your content creation. Reference your brand positioning in proposals and interviews. Align your networking efforts with your brand focus. Never go outside that. Make career decisions that strengthen rather than dilute your brand. What is the lesson learned? A well-defined personal brand becomes a decision-making framework, helping you evaluate opportunities and direct your professional development. When aligned with your authentic strengths and your aspirations, your personal brand becomes less about marketing yourself and more about making consistent choices that build momentum in your desired direction. So, as I've explored with you, personal branding isn't simply about creating a polished online presence or crafting the perfect elevator pitch. It's a journey of professional self discovery that clarifies your unique value, builds your confidence, and helps you connect more meaningfully with those you aim to serve. Let me wrap this up and review the key lessons I have covered in this video. Personal branding is about clarity, not self-promotion. The most powerful brand is discovered, not invented. Authentic branding requires honesty about both strengths and limitations. Consistency doesn't mean uniformity across platforms. Your brand becomes a filter for opportunities and a compass for decisions. The professionals who overcome these challenges discover something transformative When your personal brand accurately reflects your authentic professional self, you no longer feel like you are selling yourself. Instead, you are simply connecting your genuine abilities with the people and the opportunities where you can create the most value. That is very important. I encourage you to begin your personal branding journey, not by asking, how should I present myself, but rather, what unique value do I create and for whom? Answer that question honestly, and you will have the foundation for a personal brand that feels both authentic and compelling. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Martin Buckland, where you will find a vast array of videos encompassing all facets of executive career management. I hope you've gained some good knowledge on personal branding today.